SmackDown was from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania tonight, and every time I review SmackDown, I keep harping on the fact that WWE's ratings for SmackDown continue to tank, and I believe it's only a matter of time before Fox pulls the plug on main Fox, on Big Fox, and puts WWE on FS1. I think WWE now is trying to do that. I think they want to be on FS1. I don't know why, but how else could you explain when you want to start the show off with Baron Corbin? I think to myself, all right, just go to FS1 then. If you want to be off Fox, if you want to have Baron Corbin on our TV every week, you want to have a B show with SmackDown, which you've turned it into, that's fine. That's all good and dandy, I guess. But just go to SmackDown, just go to FS1. Just put SmackDown on FS1. I couldn't watch. I mean, you have Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin. Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode with Baron Corbin. I'm like, what am I even watching? So he had Roode and Ziggler against Shorty G and Mustafa Ali, and the winner is on the team on SmackDown. So the winner, I guess, they don't make rules. Winner gets on baby faces. The baby faces get on the baby face team, and winners get on the heel team if the heels win. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, you had Roode and Ziggler facing these two guys, Shorty G and Ali. I mean, they have to do something with Ali G. They're probably not going to do something with that the Sasha Baron Corbin character. But how could you not think of Ali G, Ali G, Shorty G, Ali, Mustafa Ali? They're going to think that. Well, they can't call him Mustafa. He's actually just Ali. So it's going to happen. Ali G. We take. They show what happened last week with Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan, and The Fiend. And we go to a cool part. It was the Firefly Funhouse. And I actually like this segment. And the big notable thing here is you have Bray cutting a promo, but what he does is with the title. So originally, the Universal title is the Raw title because it's red, because it's for Raw. Well, SmackDown has an interesting dilemma. You don't want a big, giant red title because you're a blue brand. Raw's red, SmackDown's blue. So you have a situation where, we need to change the color. It doesn't make sense to have a big red belt on SmackDown. So Bray changes it. Basically, he uses magic, and he changes the color to blue. So now the Universal title is a giant blue belt. I guess whenever it switches brands, it'll switch colors. But it went from red, and now it's a big blue belt. So you have the New Day doing a promo with Kayla Braxton, Big E and Kofi cutting it. Big E makes fun of the rule from 2 years ago, make fun of Kofi, and I don't even know why they did that. I have to bring that up, but I actually get a cheap pop from Philadelphia. Kayla's there, and they introduce each other. They go out for a big tag match. When we come back from commercial, I show Daniel Bryan walking in the back, and he shows Sami Zayn there. And Sami Zayn basically, tries to get him to join his team, tries to get him to team up with Daniel Bryan, makes him an offer. Daniel says he has been thinking about this, and if you're the man everywhere, you're here to help. Why did you run away when the Fiend had pinned him to the throat? Sami thought Daniel was right with him, and Daniel says he does not need your help. He says you need to... else, and he has the perfect person, Braun Strowman. Sami said Braun has nothing to offer them, and Sami turns around and sees Braun standing there, and Sami says that is a good idea, and they want Braun Strowman a part of their team or whatever. So up next, you have these SmackDown Tag Team titles. You have Kofi Kingston and Big E defending their titles against the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. This went on for a while. It was a long matchup, to be honest. It wasn't very good. It was okay. What you have is you had the Undisputed Era coming in and ruining the match, basically. They come in through the crowd and destroy everyone. Roderick Strong, Adam Cole destroyed Kofi, and then you had Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly hit a total elimination on Dash Wilder. And then what you had was members of the SmackDown era, SmackDown roster come to make the save, but then the Undisputed Era retreats into the crowd. So they make the big, attack this week to hype up Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT at Survivor Series. And I think NXT is going to get their asses kicked. I don't think NXT is doing well at Survivor Series. I think the thing is, I think Baszler might win, but I think the teams are going to lose because I think they want to give NXT a lot of showtime. They want to give them some experience, some exposure, but I think they're losing on Sunday, or in 2 weeks actually. They have they show what happened. We have Heavy Machinery against two guys. Heavy Machinery destroys them. They show what happened last week with Shayna Baszler and Bayley attacking both her and Sasha last week. Kayla Braxton interviews Bayley and Sasha Banks. Bayley talks about her matchup with Nikki Cross, and Bayley, what she does is she says she wants to wrestle twice now at Survivor Series. What a babyface, but she wants to defend her, or actually have the triple threat match with Becky and Shayna, but she also wants to be involved on Team SmackDown. She's going to have a match where she's facing Nikki Cross, and if she wins, she is on Team SmackDown, and it's a non-title match. They're having a matchup, and all of a sudden, Shayna Baszler makes her way to the ring, and Bayley goes into the crowd. She runs like a complete coward. I hated that. I hated how they did that angle. She just runs away. Baszler stands, and then all of a sudden you have Rhea Ripley, Dakota Kai, Mia Yim, and Tegan Nox come in, attack Bayley, send her over the ringside barrier, and then you go back to the ring, and Sasha Banks attacks Shayna Baszler. So Sasha attacks Shayna. I was thinking, all right, Shayna's going to get up and choke her out. No, what happens is a whole bunch of them get to the ring who are on Team SmackDown, all SmackDown. You have Dana Brooke there, you had Carmella, you had a couple other chicks I'm forgetting. And one other girl, I forget her name now. Anyway, they are having a confrontation, and they challenge for other woman who came here. That's Ripley, Kai, Yim, and Nox, and they challenge them to a match, and eventually Sasha cuts the promo. Demands they have a match. You have an 8-woman tag match. You have Sasha Banks, Carmella, Nikki Cross, Dana Brooke against Tegan Nox, Dakota Kai, Mia, and Rhea Ripley. Went on for a while. This was okay. This was fine. This was okay for a debut match. You had Nikki Cross getting the swinging net breaker. She hits her finisher. She pins one of the NXT women, so Nikki Cross gets the win. You have Sasha, Nikki, Dana, Carmella. I guess Nikki's on Team Sasha probably now. I don't know who that last one's going to be. Maybe Mandy Rose, or probably hers. Maybe Sonya Deville. I don't know what's up with Alexa. I guess she's hurt. But after the match, all the women get in the ring. Sonya, Mandy, and Tamina join them as the NXT goes back into the crowd. So babyfaces win. I guess Sasha Banks is the face again. I don't know. Daniel Bryan walks in the back, and they run through the card for Survivor Series. And it's Daniel Bryan on Miz TV as the big main event for the ending here. So basically, the Miz and Daniel Bryan. The Miz always has good promos with Daniel Bryan. Those two work well together. They have good chemistry together. It always works almost universally when they feud or something, or when they have confrontation. So I understand why they went with The Miz in the closing segments, but the big thing is setting up Daniel Bryan and The Fiend. When are they going to have a match? When are they going to wrestle? The Fiend is the monster. He is Bray Wyatt's a machine right now. He cannot lose to anyone, and that certainly does include Daniel Bryan. I guess they could beat up Bray Wyatt all they want, but The Fiend cannot lose. He can't lose to Daniel Bryan. He's not going to blow it. I don't agree with him losing much at all. And I think he will beat Daniel Bryan. So I see him winning, but they could go with Daniel Bryan over The Fiend. As a surprise, maybe it's a DQ, but I don't see that. So yeah, Daniel Bryan keeps getting goaded by Miz to accepting the match. Eventually, Daniel Bryan finally accepts the challenge. He faces The Fiend for the WWE Championship at Survivor Series, and that's your big card. That's the card that's set up. You have that big matchup, Survivor Series, and we'll see how they do it. But looks like a decent card for Survivor Series this year. the matches you have, it looks pretty good. So that was SmackDown from Philadelphia. I thought it was an okay show, but I mean, please stop starting the show with Baron Corbin, please.